All right, bub, want to go for a test drive? Let's go. All right, come on. All right, so the other day on my way to work, I had an issue. I was driving and not long after I left my house, it felt like I had a misfire. So did it a few times on the way. The check engine light started blinking, not straight through. It just kind of, when it was happening, it would blink, then it would shut off. Did it a couple more times, especially when I stopped at a stoplight. And then when I went home later that same day, luckily I'm only three miles away. Going home that day, all right, bub, come on, nope, car ride, in you go, in, good boy. Coming home that same day, the check engine light was on. This one over here says, on my car, it's a service engine soon light. So, and on the way home, it was solid. Then the next day I went to drive it to work and it wasn't on and everything drove fine. So now it's finally the weekend and let's test it out and see if it's still off or we've got to find out what's going on. I'm just going to take it for a little test spin and then we'll pull it into the garage and hook it up to the scanner. All right, here we go. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Start! Yeah, no light. Started right up. Okay, just gonna go for a quick ride around the block. See how the car runs, see how it feels. All right, so let's go. Thanks for coming along with me. Really appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Yeah, and I know I got a dust. I got a little dog here too. Got to clean up everything. So let's go. I'm gonna try to recreate what I did the other day to see if it happens again. The biggest difference between today and the other day was that it had been really hot and humid, like upper 90s, 90% high 80s, 90% humidity. Today it's warm, it's only in the 80s, but it's much drier. So let's give this a try. All right. But I'm driving, I got my AC on just like I did the other day, see if the load had anything to do with it. And it was just kind of in this situation, it was kind of like an off throttle. It was weird. It seemed like it was at a low throttle setting that it was happening. It didn't seem to be, once I revved the car up, it seemed to run a little bit better. So, and so right through this little section, anything? Nope, not feeling it. Not feeling it. Huh. Again, it was just that one day. Drove it to work the day after that. And again, luckily I'm only 3 miles to work, 3 miles home. So worst case, if something happened, I could get it towed back to the house, or I mean, I could even just park it and walk home. But yeah, no, it seems to be ran fine after that, and seems to be running fine today. I got a little construction coming up, so I'm gonna have to stop. I like to move it. I like to move it. All right, we're going. You know what? It's not doing it. Still no check engine light. So whatever it was, must have been a temporary thing. Like I said though, it felt like a misfire, like one or two of the ignition coils wasn't working. And how do I know this? It's happened to me before. I got 122,416 miles on the car, and I've replaced the ignition coils twice so far. First time was when the car was much newer. I got a misfire and I got a check engine light come on, so I brought it to a local shop who deals mostly with European cars, and it was a couple ignition coils, they said. So they replaced those two. About a week later, one of the ones they replaced went bad too, so I brought it back, and then I just had them replace all 8 of them. And then, so that was probably 2008, I'm gonna guess that happened, thereabouts. And then during COVID, I had another misfire on it, and I ended up, it was two coils went bad again, and so I swapped those out. You know, I moved them around to test them, and I ended up just buying a whole new set of 8 of them from FCP Euro. So if it is the ignition coils again, at least I will get my money back for them. Well, technically you don't get your money back. I was reading up on FCP Euro's website. You have to order the new part, and then you send in the old part, and they'll give you a store credit for what you paid for the new part. So hey, I'm always going to be ordering stuff because it's an old BMW. That's how it is. All right, so let's go into the garage. All right, let's go get the scan tool. It's down in the bottom drawer. Nope. One up. There it is. Picked this up from Harbor Freight. I love having a Harbor Freight nearby. Let me set this up. Big old cable. It's like an old-timey printer cable, or the monitor cable. Got that, got my key. Back over to the car. Turn this on. Where's my USB connector? Down here. There we go. Connecting, connecting, connecting. Yep. Gotta turn the ignition on. Duh. Relink. Hopefully this time it works. I did it right this time, I hope. Alright, so we got one code. P0021, 1 of 1, stored. Intake camshaft position timing, over advanced. Bank 2. Interesting. I for sure thought it was going to be ignition coil. Fixed assist? Is that going to tell me something? Fixed assist. So for P0021, options are fuel pump has failed, or 2, actuator circuit is open, shorted to ground, or shorted to power. Okay. Battery voltage low 11.5 volts. Position actuator circuit may be short to B plus or ground. Interesting. Battery voltage before below 11.5 volts. I actually got to check to see how old my battery is. Maybe my battery's just getting old, because that happened last time my battery got old. I would get all sorts of weird electrical glitches between the radio not working quite right and stuff like that. So maybe that could be it. We're going to have to check the battery voltage. All right, let's do that next. I'm going to actually have to do some reading too about P0021. All right, let's go check the battery, just see what that looks like. Maybe there's a date code on the back of it. We can see how old it is. Way in the back here. Duralast Gold. Okay, I see a date code on there. Might be on the side. Terminals look okay. Look clean. All right, let's go get my voltage meter. Where there's that one. Shit in there. Next one up. Oh, there it is. You know, oldie but a goodie, Radio Shack. Let's see what it says. Okay, volts. Red to red. Let me just cram that in there. And negative to negative. And what we got? 12.21. 12.2. So, I think we still might be okay. Battery might be okay, so it might not be that, but time to do some more research. Okay, everybody, so I spent a bit of time researching everything about the code that the car threw. I'm getting better video. I'm using my phone today, so hopefully you'll be able to see the screen a little better. P0021, intake camshaft position timing over advanced, bank 2. So my understanding is bank 2 is the driver's side of the engine. And looking up what could be the possible causes of P0021, I've read everything from low oil level, incorrect oil viscosity could cause that, camshaft position sensor is going bad or is going bad or having issues, Vanos solenoid could be bad, oil leak somewhere around the Vanos system. So a whole bunch of different things that it could possibly be. Also talked about the timing is out. So if this is something, if you've had the engine apart recently, but I haven't had the engine repart, haven't touched the timing chains, they're still original. Well, that's another thing though. It could be the timing chain guides could be wearing and causing extra slop in that, which could cause it. So I decided I'm going to do what any competent DIYers would do in my position. I'm going to clear the code out and cross my fingers, hope it doesn't come back. All right. So erase codes. Erase was successful. All right, so think of this more of maybe a part 1 on my check engine light saga. Hopefully this will take care of it and there won't be a part 2, but if it comes back, there's going to be a part 2 video as to what I do next. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one.